Hello, Taurus, Sun, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Taurus, today we're going to go over your overall energy as well as your person's overall energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So, with all that being said, Taurus, let's get started. How does Taurus currently view this relationship? All right, Taurus. Okay, Taurus. So we do have the Three of Swords with Seven of Pentacles, and then we also have the Ten of Cups out here for you. So, Taurus, in regards to how you're currently viewing this relationship, I do see you developing a lot of emotions for someone, and it's someone that you see a lot of potential, with. It's somebody that, you would like to go off and build and establish a life with nonetheless, but I feel like you're scared. I feel like you're scared because you know that at the end of the day, love is a gamble. There's a possibility that, in the end, everything could work out between you and this person. There's a possibility that in the end, things may not work out, between you and this person. I think that that's like primarily like the reason why, you're so scared, because you can tell how much, emotions you have for this person. You can tell how invested you actually are when it comes onto this person. So, you find yourself in a very scary situation. I will say that, but I feel like you're trying your hardest to remain positive and optimistic, but I do feel like you're a little scared. I do feel like you're a little bit scared of this person. One day might break your heart, let you down, disappoint you, things of that nature. But let's look at this person and see how they're currently viewing this relationship with you. Okay, so we do have the Empress, we got the Judgment card, and then we also have the Eight of Wands. I like this. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Lovers. It looks like this person has been waiting for someone like you to show up in their life for quite some time now. I'm also getting that they were dealing with somebody prior to you that they thought was the quote-unquote one for them, but I feel like once that relationship came to an end, and they basically met you, I kind of feel like this person in the end is kind of happy and glad that things didn't work out between them and whoever it is that they were once upon a time romantically involved with prior to you, because it led them to you is basically what I'm getting. In this person's eyes, you're 10 times better than this person that they were once upon a time romantically involved with. I am definitely getting that. So this person could have had a very difficult time making peace with their past, because they thought the person that they were dealing with prior to you was the one for them. And when that didn't work out, I think that this person was very hurt and bummed out. But now that this person has essentially met you, they find themselves in a, much better place. They have this full understanding now that everything in life happens for a reason. So when they were going through what they were going through in that previous relationship and it came to an end, they didn't fully understand why things played out the way that it did, but they're happy that things played out the way that it did, because like I said, it led them to you. So I like it. It's like this person is experiencing they're happily ever after now because of you. So I think it's safe to say, another thing too, Taurus, I think it's safe to say that the both of you want the exact same things with one another, which is really, really nice to see. This is also somebody who sees a lot of potential within you. So this is going to be somebody who's going to want to pursue you in a relationship with you. I think that the both of you are being very caught off guard by this connection. I'm also getting that, you weren't anticipating or expecting to meet someone that you feel this strongly about. Same applies for this person. They weren't expecting all of this to happen either, but I think that you're very happy that this person's in your life, and I think this person's very happy that you're in their life as well. Granted, are the both of you a little bit scared? Yes, but I feel like you guys are trying to remain, like I said, positive and optimistic. All right, so when it comes down to how you're currently feeling, the cards are ready to go. We do have the Nine of Cups. We also have the Ten of Swords. How does Taurus currently feel with the Hangman? The bottom of the deck, we do have the Ace of Cups. I feel like the more serious things get between the two of you, the more you start to freak out, is basically what I'm getting. Your fear is basically intensifying. I mean, you go from the Three of Swords, which, that to me feels like, yes, you are experiencing a level of fear. It's not anything, severe, but yeah, you're experiencing a little bit of fear, but it's the more things start to progress and grow here between the two of you, the more afraid you start to become, the more you start to, entertain, I would say, these worries and concerns that you have. Well, what if this happens? And what if that happens? Again, still trying to remain hopeful and optimistic, but it just kind of looks like the fear is starting to like really, really, really get the best of you. Now, I don't see this fear allowing you to get up and walk in the opposite direction of this person or anything like that, which is a really good thing, because sometimes fear could, make us so uncomfortable to the point where we just want to run. So I don't see you actually running from this connection. I see you still trying your hardest to like remain grounded, optimistic, and hopeful. And also try your hardest to not give in to like your own fears, doubts, and reservations, because at the end of the day, this is somebody that you really like. This is somebody that you see a lot of potential with. So you don't want to say anything or do anything that could potentially self-sabotage a really good opportunity here for yourself. So I like that. I like that a whole lot. Now, when it comes down to your worries and your concerns, you do have the Ten of Swords that says everything is fine. And keep in mind, the swords and tarot basically represent our thoughts. So when it comes down to your worries and your concerns, Taurus, look at this as like spirit trying to tell you that you don't really have anything to worry about like you think you do. You have legitimate worries and concerns. But if it's one thing that I will say is that even though you have like legitimate worries and concerns here, this is Spirit's way of just saying like, hey, like you don't really have anything to worry about like you think you do. Time will basically reveal to you that you don't have anything to worry about. So just be patient and trust the journey, and just allow time to reveal to you that you don't have anything to worry about. Okay, how does this person currently feel about this connection? So we do have the Ace of Swords, we do have the Hierophant, and then we also have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so I do see a serious conversation taking place between you and this person very soon. This person feels like it's time. It's time for the two of you to have a serious conversation when it comes down to this relationship that you guys basically find yourselves in. They just want to know, like, do you see yourself having something long-term with them or not? Are you ready for something long-term or not? So I do see this person very soon having a serious conversation, with you when it comes down to this relationship. They will be expressing to you, what it is that they want with you. But I do feel like this person's going to make it their only mission and priority to kind of like see where your head is at and what you're ready for and what you're not ready for. And, if you truly do want this, or not, because through their perspective, right? They just want to avoid, right? Investing all this time and energy towards, someone who may not be ready for what they're ready for, who may not want what they want. So they just want to make sure, you know what I mean, that you guys are like on the same page. You guys don't have to jump into like a committed relationship with one another, anytime soon. They just want to know that, the two of you, want the exact same things with one another and are working towards the exact same things with one another. So if you don't feel comfortable to jump into a relationship with this person just yet because you want to get to know them a little bit more, that's something that I see this person being okay with. They just want to make sure that, okay, like, you want to be with me, I want to be with you, we're working towards a relationship here. Okay, got it. Like, they just want to be clear when it comes down to what it is that you want with them and what it is that you see yourself having with them. Because if you communicate to this person that, you're not looking for a relationship or you're not ready for one, and you don't have any sort of plans of being ready for a relationship anytime soon, this is not somebody who is going to continue to invest their time and energy towards you, Taurus. And it's mainly stemming from a place of them not wanting to waste their time. It's also stemming from a place of them not wanting to continue to develop all of these emotions for you, and then in the end it doesn't go anywhere, if that makes any sense. So I get where this person's coming from completely. Like, they just want to make sure that, okay, like, you want to be with them, they want to be with you. All right, let's make this happen. And if you're not, comfortable enough to jump into a relationship with them just yet because you want to get to know them a little bit more, that's something that this person's going to be okay with. But just as long as you guys are either working towards a relationship with one another, or the two of you feel like you guys are both ready to enter a relationship with one another, then that's something that they're also okay with, as well. But if you give this person like any sort of indication, that you're just not ready for a relationship, or you're never going to be ready for a relationship, or that's just not something that you want. You know, this is somebody who will, you know, for the most part, you know, walk away. Even though it might be a hard thing for this person to do, it's something that this person will definitely do, because they just don't want to develop all these feelings for someone and that person not be ready or not even want a relationship. You know what I mean? They don't want a situationship with you, or like, yeah, they don't want to end up in like a situationship with you. Like, they want to end up in a relationship with you, and they just want to make sure that that's the direction that this relationship is going in. What actions will Taurus take towards this person or moving forward? So we do have the Eight of Cups, if I can grab this. We also have the Five of Swords, and then we also have the Chariot out here. So, okay. In regards to how you plan on moving forward, a lot of you are perceiving this person as somebody who's like trying to like rush things with you, and you're kind of internalizing all of this as like a negative thing. Like, I don't think that you like the fact that this person's trying to like rush things with you. It's basically what I'm getting. And to be honest, I'm kind of being thrown off by this not this connection, but by this energy that I'm getting here for you, because, you know, it's like you go from investing all your time and energy towards this person as well as your relationship with them, you know, hoping that it manifests into something serious. And then it's like the moment that this person tries to like push for something serious here between the two of you, we get a little bit of pushback. Yeah, we get a little bit of pushback from you out of nowhere. Which is kind of confusing me, Taurus, and is kind of throwing me off, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, I think that the only reason why this is happening is because your fear is starting to like furthermore intensify. So now that this person's like pushing for something serious here between the two of you, you're starting to like get even more scared, you know, to the point where you're just like, whoa, wait a minute, I don't know about all of this. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like you're looking at them like, why are you rushing things with me? Why are you rushing things with me? Why do you want to be with me? Why you want to be with me? Why are you rushing things with me? It's like you're taking all of this as like a negative thing. Yeah, it's like you're taking all of this as like a negative thing. But what's happening here is not a negative thing. What's happening here is a really, really positive thing. I just think that your fear is really intensifying in this entire situation, and it's causing you to respond and react this way. You know, we do have the devil out here, and the devil can definitely speak of fear. And it just kind of looks like that's what's happening here, you know, is that your fear in this situation is growing and growing and growing and growing to the point where we kind of see you falling into a very guarded energy. We see you falling into like a very suspicious energy. You know, you might even go as far as to like, you know, ask this person like, but why do you want to be with me? Like, and on top of that, like, why are you rushing things with me? Like, why are you rushing things in this connection? Like, what's going on? It's like you're looking at this person like they're out to get you, but they're not. Can I just say something? And this is just between you and I. This fear that you're experiencing on your end, because it is starting to intensify, I think that you're, between you and I, okay, this is just between you and I think that you're trying to look for something to give you a reason to run in the opposite direction of this relationship. And that's just between you and I. And I'm being very honest and transparent with you when I say this. I think that you're looking for a reason to run. I think that you're looking for a reason to run. Yeah, you're looking for a reason to run is basically what I'm getting. At the end of the day, this fear that you're experiencing on your end is very, very uncomfortable, and nobody likes to be uncomfortable, and nobody also likes to be vulnerable. So right now you're experiencing two things. You're experiencing an energy of discomfort, and you're experiencing an energy of fear, and those two things happening at once would cause anyone to want to get up and run. So I understand the whole like you looking for a reason to get up and run so that way you don't have to continue to feel this energy of discomfort and or fear. I get that. For some of you, you may be consciously aware of what you're doing. For others of you, you may not be consciously aware of what you're doing. But for those of you who are not consciously aware of what you're doing here, as far as like taking all of this in like a negative way. Um, you're literally doing all of this because you just don't want to continue to feel uncomfortable. You just don't want to continue to feel this fear that you're feeling, right? On your behalf, and you just want a reason, to get up and run. Is basically what is basically what I'm getting. So, you might look at them trying to quote unquote rush things with you as a sign of, yeah, something's not right with this person. That's a red flag. Let me get up and run in the opposite direction. Is basically what I'm getting. And like I said, the vast majority of you may not even consciously aware that you're even doing this, but your fear is influencing you to look for something negative within them, so that way you have an excuse to get up and run. So for example, them rushing things with you, you might look at that and be like, you know what, that's the perfect excuse to get up and run in the opposite direction. And that's just between you and I. I'm just telling you, like, this is exactly what I'm seeing here, coming from you. We have the Justice card to the Four of Cups, and then we also have the Nine of Swords. Okay. Yeah, this to me kind of feels like a vicious cycle that's about to start between the two of you, and neither one of you even see this coming, is basically what I'm getting, and neither one of you are going to even realize this. Because with that, the vast majority of you are doing this unknowingly. Like, you don't even realize that you're doing this, but you're doing it. This fear is influencing you to look for reasons to run, is basically what I'm getting. And deep down inside, do you want to run? No, you don't want to run, but your fear and your discomfort is influencing you to look for every reason under the sun to get up and run from this. So here's the thing. When this person turns around and tells you how they feel about you and what they want with you, this does, technically speaking, align to how you feel about them, what you want with them. So the both of you are going to find yourselves on the exact same page when it comes down to what you guys see yourself having with one another. I do see that happening. However, I feel like when this person, I feel like after this person tells you how they feel about you and what they want with you, that's when the whole looking for a reason to get up and run is going to start on your end. And I feel like there's going to be things that you're going to look for that are going to prompt you to run in the opposite direction. One of those things may be, you're rushing things with me. I think that that's like a red flag. So I don't know about you, but I know about me. So I'm going to go this way, and I suggest you go that way. This person, and I'm being very honest and transparent with you, this person's going to find themselves feeling very confused in this relationship with you. They're going to find themselves feeling like, man, like, what am I doing so wrong? Like, that causes Taurus to like want to get up and run away from me, like, over and over and over again. And guess what? Every time you run in the opposite direction of them, they're going to run right after you, and they're going to try to fix things with you and repair things with you. But you got to understand, for them, this relationship is going to create a lot of confusion because they just don't understand. Like, man, like, why does Taurus keep pushing me away? Like, why does Taurus keep running in the opposite direction of me? And why is Taurus breaking up with me over this? And why are they breaking up with me over that? Like, what's going on? What's going on? Like, I just don't understand. Why are they like this with me? Well, the reason why you're like this with them, and you're gonna be like this with them, is because you're uncomfortable and you're scared. And this discomfort that you're feeling and this fear that you're feeling is influencing you to look for every reason that you possibly can to run. And again, you may not even be consciously aware that you're doing this, but that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Taurus, that's exactly what I see you doing. And I see it creating a lot of confusion for them, because you got to understand, for them, through their perspective, right? It's like they know that they're taking you in this relationship that they share with you seriously. Like, they know that they're not doing anything to like self-sabotage this opportunity that's presenting itself, to them, aka, you in this dynamic that they share with you. And the fact that you're like breaking up with them over this, that, and the third, you know what I mean? Like, that's going to create a lot of confusion, you know what I mean? For them, the fact that you're, running from this connection every chance that you get, that's going to confuse them, and it's going to cause this person to feel like you're playing with their head, and you're also playing with their emotions. And I don't feel like you mean to play with this person's head or their emotions. You're just scared. and uncomfortable, and you don't want to continue to, experience this fear or this discomfort. You don't, and the only way to escape it is to run from it. But with you, it kind of looks like you need reasons to get up and go, is basically what I'm getting, in reference to like you, and the way that you are. Like, you need a reason to get up and go. Like, you just can't get up and go just because, like you need a reason. Oh, well, this person's like rushing things with me. That's a red flag. Gotta go. Oh, well, this person, they just did this. Gotta get up and go. Like, you're gonna look for every reason to get up and go and run, and it's gonna confuse them. But I can't emphasize this enough. Like, even though it's going to appear that you don't want this, I can tell how much you do want this, but I can also tell that fear is what's influencing you to do things in this entire situation that you don't really want to do. Like, for example, run in the opposite direction of them. So you just got to be consciously aware of what you're doing here and why you're doing it, and try to stop yourself. Because going back to what I said, it's like, I get that you have your worries and your concerns, Taurus, but at the end of the day, you need time to reveal to you that you don't have anything to worry about. But you have to understand that that also means not running in the opposite direction of this relationship, because you're never going to know if you truly have something to worry about or not by running away every chance that you get. You're never going to know. Like, you need to stay put, my friend, and really see this through, so that way you can see for yourself that you don't have anything to worry about. But if you're running, from this connection every second or every chance that you get, you're never going to see that you actually don't have anything to fear like you think you do. You see what I mean? It's like somebody having the epitome of like, yeah, it's kind of like the epitome of somebody having like a huge fear of like flying. You know what I mean? It's like, you're never going to get over that fear of flying unless you get on that plane and let that plane take off. But it's like, the moment you let the plane take off, you're just like, nope, I got to get off the plane. I got to get off the plane. Got to go. I can't do this. You know what I mean? It's like, you're never going to get over that fear of flying unless you get on that plane, let that plane take off and take you to your destination, and then do it again and then do it again. So that way you could officially get over your fear. But it's like, what you're doing instead is you're hopping on the plane, you're sitting down in your seat, and it's like the moment the pilot just cranks that engine, you're just like, oh, I gotta go. Yep, I gotta go. This is scary. I gotta go. I'm uncomfortable. I gotta go. You know what I mean? It's like, you're never gonna get over your fear. You're never gonna get over your fear of flying. You're never gonna get over your fear of intimacy, or whatever you're experiencing here on your end that's causing you to want to run. You're never going to get over it until you face it head on. You got to face this head on. You have to. There is no going around this, Taurus. You just got to face this head on. Let the plane take off, man, and let it take you to your destination. Granted, you might be freaking out on the plane the whole ride, and, you might experience, some anxiety and fear, but let the plane take off. Let the plane take off. Let the plane take you to your destination. And once you get to your destination, and you land safely, because you will, you'll see for yourself, like, okay, I don't actually have anything to worry about like I thought I did. But you got to let the plane take off. You gotta let the plane take off, man. Because if you keep hopping off the plane every time the pilot cranks the engine, you know what I mean? It's like, you're never gonna get over this fear. You're never gonna get over this fear. You know what I mean? That you have. All right? So just take that into consideration. That in order to get over this fear that you have, you gotta let the plane take off. You gotta let the plane take off. And let the plane take you to your destination, please. And stop getting off the plane every chance that you get. You know what I mean? All right? So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading.